Quinn,
Hi.
you have had a just a horrible day. You woke up and you were just on the wrong side of the bed at the beginning of it, and unfortunately, you landed on the wrong side of the bed towards the end.
Oh.
Um, you are dropped to the ground by a ethereal goddess who wisps away the body of your friend uh, Dorothy, receding back into the earth almost as if to pull away from Garfield at the last moments. Everything's being consumed by them. You see Zillara's body turn into a red pool of what you think is blood, but it just seems a bit too more liquidy. Uh, Zua, their eyes kind of are glazed over with some type of like electricity pulsing through them as they kind of twitch. And Gumi is sitting there looking up towards the sky, holding her prayer beads, turned to stone and moss. And you're sitting there, staring up at the sky that is now all consumed by the ever-growing maw that is Garfield. And this would be a terrifying sight to see if you could even understand how scary it is. But as the world collapses in around you, what is your first thought?
I'm kind of just shocked, I'm assuming that, out of character, I'm assuming Garfield didn't tell me he was going to do this.
He did not.
And so, I'm shocked, but also, inside, I kind of knew he was going to pull something. And so I just kind of feel numb. Very numb.
Hey, numb is better than the all-encompassing fear that everything else on this planet is currently feeling.
Yeah.
We kind of take a step back from the world, or just a little pocket reality that you are in, and see the outer planets, outer rings of reality of this just closeted dimension of Ares' own making, as you see planet after planet just disintegrate, turn to dust, and then wisp away into a matter that is what can only be described as just Garfield. To anybody who is in the farthest reaches of this place, they can see at the top of the sun sits a cat staring at his feast. Garfield may have won in this regard, but you don't know what his goal was. And that is something that is scary, but also kind of liberating almost, because maybe you don't want to know. But what you might want to know is why you are currently sitting in a field of flowers.
Oh.
You open your eyes. It's as if you blinked, really. You are sitting in a large open space full of flowers. They're all different kinds of colors. They're, different shapes, sizes, fantastical looking plants all around you. Nothing that not that you haven't seen, like fantastic looking items, but they're alien to say the least to you, because other than on your like little sabbaticals or your like days off, you've never really gotten to go outside much. You've lived most of your life inside the quote unquote four walls and a roof that is the fantasy Costco.
Mm-hmm.
When you notice another figure looming in the distance. It doesn't really have a shape at first. More of a shadow to it and wavy eyes.
Oh.
It doesn't. I'm trying to read my notes here. I do apologize.
No, you're all good.
I wrote it in cursive, and I hate myself for it right now. Because my eyes are playing tricks on me, because autism.
Oh no, not the autism.
My tism. It's profound.
Oh no!
It has wavy eyes, as if it was like a sitting mirage or like some type of heat was standing in front of it, and it's staring at you. You can't make out a discernible like arms or legs. It's more of just a body, a head, some hair, and eyes in the distance.
Oh. So it's just kind of watching.
Yes, it's watching you from the forest, just right at the edge of the forest.
Okay. Is there anything of, other than them, is there anything of interest around? Like anything that could...
Yes, actually, another thing that might catch your attention more than the creepy specter is that this is the first time that you or anybody has ever seen the outside of Fantasy Costco. It looks like a large square building with four walls and a roof. It's gray, unassuming, other than the words that you see up on the sign, up on the front of the building. Fantasy Costco. Spelled with K's, so I don't get sued.
Of course.
No, but it's Costco.
It's Costco.
This is sincerely the first time you've ever seen this, as well as there's some other figures down in the alleyway, but you can't really make out their shapes. There's a couple of smaller creatures, a larger man who's sitting up, holding his head as if he might be injured in some way, but you can't make out any like discernible like characteristics of him at this moment, but they're down there.
Okay. I'm gonna be staring at it for a moment, just kind of like in awe. I've been in there for a long time, but longer than most, but the outside is different than I initially expected. I don't know what I expected, but it's odd.
Yeah. No,
seeing
it's
something from the inside and finally being able to see what all of it looks like from a different perspective. But for now, at least, I'll turn my attention back to the initial figure that I saw. Is it still watching?
Actually, I'm going to have you make me a Constitution saving throw at this moment.
Oh, lovely. First dice roll since the party died. That is a 17.
That's incredibly good for you.
Yay!
It comes along and you can see a visible slit of light that is casted down from the shadow of the forest in front of you. You are clearly sitting in the light of it all, and this creature is not. As it walks forward, you can see it. You can see the outline of this thing. It's getting no clearer though what it is. But it hands out a lantern.
I'll go ahead and I'll hesitate for a second. Like I'll reach out my hand and then kind of pull it back for a moment. But then kind of out of whim, I'll grab it.
It's not lit. I'll also say that it's not a lit lantern. It's just there. But it's holding it out. The lantern, and this is a bit of more information that you might need to write down. So I'll go slow if you need me to.
All right.
It has a embossed bronze design on it with a pentagram, 3 snakes coming off of it, and an eye in the middle.
Okay.
When the snakes seems to be snakes seem to be lunging at the eye, but haven't exactly touched it yet. It seems to be a normal oil lantern other than that, and you do not feel any anomalous properties coming from it.
Okay.
It staggers forward towards you, but you are out in the light of the world. And as it reaches its hand finally out into the light, you can almost see a almost dainty hand of a young child hold out the lantern as it crumbles and fades away into darkness and ash, as if it like actual soot was being gusted away by the wind, and dropping the lantern at your feet, not out of harm or on purpose. It just seems that that's how it happened. It took the lantern to you, and then it burnt away its hand in the light.
Oh. I'll go ahead and... Do the snakes look dangerous? Like, do they pose any danger to me, or just the...
It's an embossing. It's more
Okay.
like a design on the lantern itself.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were like actual snakes.
Yeah, no, I apologize.
No, it's okay. English is hard.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pick it up, and this is now the time for me to figure out if I have any fire spells prepared. I do.
This is where your 17 in Constitution comes in. As you pick up the lantern, you are suddenly filled to the brim with a shocking pain. You keep hold of the lantern, but as you look up, the creature turns its head almost into a 360 as its body contorts and twists out of control until it looks almost more resemblant of a stag. As a human smile appears under its eyes, it recedes faster than you would like it to. Almost like, you know how when something is suddenly upon you, in movies, it's kind of flickers out and backs away into zigzags and then into the tree line itself. And now that you're kind of looking at the trees, you can see different eyes looking back at you.
Oh.
As the pain shoots through your body, you start to see your shadow kind of coalesce into one singular point at your feet. As you look up and see lasagna.
What?
You see a giant lasagna in the sky. With some feta cheese on it. Now that you're looking at it, the entire air smells like spaghetti and pasta. Which odd thing to see in the sky. You'll be honest. Not the heat source of the universe that you'd pick, but it'll do. And you look back down at the forest, and it's gone.
Oh.
There's in front of you a open field with more refugees in it. You know they're refugees because it's clearly just a bunch of random people all confused at where they are. They're in the forest and they're just kind of there.
Oh.
Now, what would you like to do now?
Does this seem to be the area like down below that I've been taken to, or
No, you're at the
is
same
this
place.
more refugees?
This
Okay.
is the same place. You just seem to have been hallucinating, or maybe even experience some type of phenomenon with this forest. You don't believe that you're confused or anything like that. So, yeah.
With Garfield, being confused is a luxury.
I would agree, yeah.
Normally, you don't have time to be. I guess I'm going to hesitantly get up. Kind of look around, scan my surroundings again.
You get up, and you're not a tall creature by any means. But you stand to your full might, and a bit of wind brushes through your hair, and the tones from the different strings of your hair go off and make just a random noise. No real pattern to it, just the wind whistling through the air. As you look around, you notice that most of the people are heading towards Costco, as that's the only real settlement-like place in the area. Yeah.
Okay. Do I recognize anyone? Or are they just all people I wouldn't know?
Right now, you don't recognize anyone.
All right. I'll kind of give the outside one last little scan, and I'll start heading that way as well.
Okay. You don't really see anything other than what you've already seen.
Okay.
As you head down, you do see some familiar faces. There's what was his name? The guy behind the counter at the Costco, at the food court.
I don't know if I took notes on that.
The satyr.
I think he had like a name that started with D. I think. I'm gonna Daniel.
I'm gonna call him Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah. Daryl's there. He's just kind of looking around. He's about as lazy as ever. There's I'm looking through my notes. I'm hitting Fantasy Costco, and Andy. There's Andy, who's in charge of the samples department. Apparently, that's what I have here. Andy of samples, and he's just kind of looking around. He's like, "Well, I guess we have the day off." Andy is immediately given a red card, and told to report to work. He's late.
No, Andy!
Oh no, 3 more of these and I'll lose my lunch privileges.
Oh, an unfortunate sight. I'll start heading towards the door as well. I guess go in, get situated, you know?
There is the Costco. A lot of people are here. More people than you've ever actually had in the Costco. Normally it's like one or two people that just like Garfield's messing with throughout the day. Or just like every once in a while. Time doesn't really work the same. So like you'll notice like people come in and then they come back in like, and it's been a couple days for them. And it's only been like a few seconds for you. And then like people will be super old and decrepit one day, and then they'll be really youthful the next. So it's never really good. It's never really good and easy to try and figure out a linear pathway for Garfield and his machinations of the Fantasy Costco.
Yeah.
That being said, it's about opening time. You only guess this because of how many people are here. And another new site, the front door to Costco is locked.
Oh?
It says under new management. And then it has a picture of your face.
Oh, shit.
It's one of you eating a taco. And like you have a bunch of stuff all over your face, like sauce, and you look up wide-eyed at the picture.
Of course.
And so that's there. Inside you can see a sign that says "Happy Birthday, Quinn."
Is that today?
Yeah, apparently it's your birthday.
Oh no. Well. What a real bad day to have a birthday, eh?
I mean, yeah. But if there's ever going to be a day, Garfield decides what day it is.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming I had a key to get in or something.
You would assume that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you check where do you check?
I first check my pockets. It wouldn't be the first time that shit's just randomly showed up in there. So
that's a good check. Roll for investigation.
All right.
I'll depending on what you roll, I'll tell you a silly answer or a serious one.
I rolled. Wait, that's investigation. I think I have a modifier for that.
Mm-hmm,
nope, I don't. I have an 11.
You find it in your hair. You kind of go through and you're like picking at stuff, and you're like feeling your hair, and there's like a little bit of a lump, and you can't really get it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, and then you pull out, you actually stretch out your hair behind your head in front of your like body, like if you're gonna brush it in front of you. But you pull it taut, and you play the first 5 chords to the theme song for Fantasy Costco, and a key appears out of your hair.
Yeah, that would be a Garfield thing to do.
Yes. I don't remember I don't know if you remembered, but you have musical hair.
I did kind of forget about that, not gonna lie, but I have musical hair now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you've had musical hair for a while. It's the SCP Jimmy's Toy. You can play different things like Happy Birthday, and I'll give you a lit cupcake and stuff like that, or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and it'll like expose like a light show. Think different things.
Okay.
It's a little thing. I'll send you the SCP file for it later.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Oh, I actually do remember we talked about this. This was a while ago.
Yeah, this is when you first made it. You got 2 SCPs. One was that, and the other one I believe was. Oh, it was your little friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stretch real quick. I'm gonna mute.
Actually, this is a good stretch too. Stretch your damn bones.
I apologize.
You're all good.
I need to sit up if we're gonna do this because I imagine this is gonna take a little bit. But I have time if you do. So.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. You pull the key out and you open the door, and people kind of wearily walk into the store. Some people have never even seen a store this big. Some of them haven't. Uh, from the looks of them, they're like medieval peasants. Some people look like they're from the god-forsaken future, almost. You can't really tell where these people, some of them are from, or if they even speak your language. But you know, inside the Costco, you can help anybody, including yourself, as it dawns on you for the first time, really ever, you had some people that you would want to invite to your birthday party.
Well,
As people kind of flood in, there is a note on the table. And as you look down to read it, you hear the following words in your head. Dear Quinn, I hope that you have a wonderful birthday. I'm currently going around time and space and rewriting all of history in my wonderful image. I hope to make Fantasy Costco universal, you see. Take the day off, enjoy your freedom of it, and I'd like to formally congratulate you on your promotion to manager of this Costco. P.S. There's a delivery in the back that I need you get.
So much for a day off.
And there is a order for one Dorothy Hightower.
Oh. Well,
it is the what is it? It is a
phone, correct?
Yeah, it is a telephone to speak with the dead.
I'm gonna just by even seeing that order, I'm gonna shed a little tear, but kind of wipe it up as fast as I can, not really let anyone else in the Costco see, you know?
Speaking of Costco, there are a bunch of people here. And there are some uniforms laid out all over the place. Not enough for everyone, but there's quite a few.
Okay. I'll start off by handing a few of them out to the most front-facing people, you know? Like cashiers, sample people. If we have enough for to go back in the kitchen, then I will give them one. But
do you have enough for all your current members and then some? It looks like that if you wanted to hire some extra people, you could here.
okay.
You could do that right now if you wanted to. But you don't have to.
Definitely not today.
There is one person there, though, that you see. A towering, imposing figure. He looks to be... Pardon me. My breakfast wanted to say hello to everyone.
Oh, good.
Yes. A towering, imposing figure. He looks like he's made out of solid bronze, and just chiseled from marble. He's holding nothing in his hands, but they look empty without anything in them, as if this man was just too big for his own good.
Oh.
He's wearing a kind of a gladiatory uniform, but no real armor to speak of. But you do recognize him from the lobby of the hotel that you were just at for the Aries competition.
Oh.
Roll me a history check.
On it, Chief. I'm moving my paper. I've had to move my paper 4 times, and I'm just permanently moving it now. I got a 10. Exactly a 10.
You believe that this is Atlas.
Oh.
Like the Atlas from the Atlas Hotel.
Oh, shit.
You kind of see him, and he's just kind of looking around at people. He's looking like he wants to do something, but he doesn't really have anything to do. So he's just kind of standing there, looking and posing.
Does he look hurt or anything, or is he like physically fine? We're
Um,
not gonna get into mental.
he looks physically fine. He looks physically fine as hell. But you know,
Did he have armor when I saw him last?
no,
Or like,
no, he looks exactly the same as you saw him last.
okay. I actually don't know what to do about this.
That's fine. I just wanted to tell you who's there.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of leave him be for now. Let him ground himself, you know?
That's fine. He'll just kind of stand there until he's told to do something. He seems like that type of person who is just doing something to do something for a while. It might stretch his legs, you know, maybe go for a run forever. You don't know what he's gonna do, but you let him be.
Okay. Is there anyone else from like the hotel or anything
You
that I would
see
recognize?
plenty of workers actually from the hotel now that you found Atlas. They seem all together, almost. You do not see Ares there. Nor do you see some of the more friendlier staff that were with him. But you do see some of the other workers.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just let them ground themselves, and I'll let me ground myself.
Hey, absolutely.
And in a while, once I kind of get myself together and maybe get that package before anything, because time's really a concept, isn't it? I want to make sure to get that package before the day ends.
Yeah. You actually look kind of around and you see a clock on the wall, which is mind-boggling to say the least. But it seems to be ticking away at a consistent rate, not some weird back and forth thing, or some like little goblins are turning it around to mess with you.
Oh. Huh. That's never happened before.
It has not. It seems like time and space are a constant thing now. In fact, you look at the basket of the Costco and it almost looks like you can see the end of it. But that can't be. Costco goes forever.
It's infinite Costco. That's its whole thing.
Yeah. It's odd.
Well, shit.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'll go to the one hopefully familiar place. Now I'm starting to doubt myself.
Do you go to the offices? Is that where you want to go?
I was gonna go get that package. The back room, it's almost consistent in its chaos, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you head off. You tell some of the other employees to kind of make sure everyone's taken care of, while they're there.
Yeah.
Cashiers do their cashiering, helpers do their helping, samplers just do your thing.
Give the people the food.
You kind of see Atlas standing there in the middle of like the crowd. Some people are like looking up, assuming that he's in charge. And he just kind of flexes, almost like nonchalantly, as if he was like breathing. He just kind of opens his arms out and like points at something. and people start going that way, and you know, that you don't know what's gonna happen with that, but you know, it's a thing I'm rolling for right now, and I gotta say it's pretty fucking great. I rolled a D100 to see how many people would just go sit around Atlas. I rolled a 98. It was really high. It was really funny.
Well, 98 people see Atlas pointing. They're like, all right, well, I guess he knows what he's doing.
They see the 9-foot bronze giant man just sit there and basically dab as he's like stretching out his like just arms. And they were just like, all right, we got to go that way. Clearly. They're heading to the deli section. Maybe you have more. Maybe you have like, I don't know. Maybe you'll have a bunch of people buying deli meat. Who knows? You go through and you open up the locked door to the back rooms. And as you open up the door, there is actually another door connected to it. Like you open up the door one way inwards, and then you open up that, you see another door that would be a push open.
Okay. I'll push it open.
You do, and nothing happens. It doesn't open.
Oh?
No.
I'm gonna check. Like, does it have a keyhole or like anything I need to?
No, it's a flat door. It says push on it though.
Oh, did I pull?
No, you didn't pull, but you do now, and you realize that it's just marked improperly.
Oh my god.
You know,
like I kind of just like I blink away another tear as I like remember Garfield pulling the lever after I said it was a push lever.
you know.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you got that reference. You walk into the back rooms of the facility, and it's just as crazy as always. Why don't you roll me a D100, and we'll see what floor you end up on.
Oh boy. D100. Like, oh, I actually have one. Wait a second. Go. I got an 89. Is there 100 floors?
No, there's more than the 100 floors.
Oh god.
Oh god. You open up and you are in an electric store.
Oh.
There are also, it has a dark colored concrete flooring. With tiles on the wall and bottom sides of the paneling. The ceiling is made out of an aluminum kind of metal conductive material, and it kind of resembles a shop, like a workshop or like an art studio. There's no notable furniture to speak of, but there's a lot of electronics here.
Okay, and I'm kind of looking for an electronic.
You actually are looking for electronics, so you know, out of all the rooms, out of all the rooms that you could have gotten, that's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go ahead and also send you this link. You are making excellent time, by the way. Fucking speed running my
Quinn is speed running getting their tasks done so they can just melt.
They can just go and cry themselves to sleep.
Exactly.
There you go. Floor 89. The shocking level.
Okay.
You kind of look around and there's like electrical equipment all over the place. Some actual like wiring tools and just the different things. I assume that you're gonna look for the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look around for the telephone.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
All right. Man, I miss perception checks.
I mean, you can make a perception check here if you want to.
I mean, I do have a +10 to perception.
I'm gonna say it's investigation.
Oh no! I should have said that, should I?
Yeah.
Although when I get a 30, people are gonna start asking questions. It's a 12.
A 12? What did you roll?
A D20.
Oh well, no. Thank you, Quinn.
No problem.
Thank you, Quinn. You don't actually find anything note in this room, but you do, however, like bump into like a curio cabinet and get shocked the hell out of by a loose wire. That
No.
you could have sworn wasn't there a moment ago, but hey, whatever.
It happens. Do I take any damage, or
Nope.
is it just like emotional?
It's just emotional damage.
It's just yeah. Oh, so -52. All right, I got you. you.
-8. 51. -51 damage.
Got you. I'd like to imagine that like Quinn's basically surviving on the equivalent of 1 hit point, you know?
I'd like to as well.
Not okay. Bro's not okay.
Bro is not okay. They are not thriving.
Like they're gonna walk past a live, laugh, love sign at some point. Like also get a little bit of emotional damage by that.
Yeah. You also see a ghoul. It's kind of has a little bit of electrical charge around it, and it's just kind of walking, pacing. You see one that definitely sees you, but it doesn't like attack you or anything.
Oh. Do they look aggressive, or do they just look?
No, they just are wandering around. Every time they bump into a piece of electronics, it short circuits.
Oh, at least they're not the Yippee bugs, am I right?
There is a door along the back wall that seems to be inaccessible.
Could that be what I'm looking for, maybe? I might say, because you pointed it out, then yes. I'm gonna go ahead and like, how is it inaccessible? Is it like?
It looks like it's blocked up a little bit.
Okay.
Just like covered in like debris and stuff.
Is there any way I can clean that up and like get through? Or...
Yeah. Give me a strength check. You are a Muppet.
Oh boy.
Just remember.
I'm having so much fun. I have a -2 for that.
I know.
I got a 10.
Hey.
Not bad.
It takes you a long time.
Oh god, the flow of time is back.
Yeah.
It's a little more stressful.
Yeah, it's a little bit more stressful. It takes you a long time to get the door kind of cleared up, but you do eventually manage to. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Okay.
But you do kind of notice that the door's a little bit off kilter a little bit. So it looks like it'll open, but it will only open a bit. So you'll have to squeeze through.
Okay.
As well as it'll be a hard to pry it open.
I'll try and pry it open enough so that I can wild shape into something small and just kind of make it through.
Well, you are something small, so.
Oh, that's true.
You are a small creature, so you can pass through it with with like a little bit of effort. You go through and you get to the other side, and you're in a hallway again. Not abnormal. Oh. This is like one of those things that you know. You look behind you and you see the exit to the onto the site floor. And you're like, all right, I made it out of that. I made it out of the room, so I can just look through things now. You know how the Costco works.
Yeah.
You have to beat a room and then you can go through. Pretty simple stuff.
Pretty elementary.
Yeah, pretty elementary, dude. Anyway, I gotta eat
pretty
my burger.
Basic.
Then a ninja turtle does a kickflip beside you and goes into a tunnel.
Damn, how did the Ninja Turtle get into the back rooms? That's crazy.
Damn, how'd that ninja turtle get back here? That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like,
Damn, how that ninja turtle get backwards. Please quote that. Please quote that somewhere. You go through and oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna jokingly say I'm this close to making a quotes channel in the SCP server.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
We all like each other's humor, so okay. We now come back to you. Oh, I see quotes immediately appear. That's amazing. We go through and we see 3 doors. One says R&D, one says objects in retrieval, and the other one says accurations. It says it just like that, by the way. It says accurations.
Do I know what that means?
You believe somebody was trying to spell things out and then didn't do it right, and is now making a part of the lore. So
I guess
no
I'll
need to
just
call me out.
No, I genuinely don't know what that word means. Like,
Rip and Root. I can't remember what I was trying to write.
Moment.
I can't remember what I was trying to write here, but I was trying to write something, clearly.
Well, I'll just look at the other 2 rooms then. This one doesn't look great.
Which one do you walk in first?
R&D. I forgot the name.
R&D, retrieval, and accurations.
I'll probably go into accurations.
All right, accurations.
I don't know what that is, but it's a big fancy word, so it's like basically close enough.
Inside accurations, there is a large metal room with a shelf with a bunch of tiny boxes on it. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice something coming upon you, though. You hear as a bug scuttles past you.
Oh, past me? Okay.
It seemingly is just like kind of running around in the room.
Alright. I'll probably get my dagger at the ready in case whatever happened last time happens again.
Yeah. You go...
I don't like them.
That's fair. That's fair.
You are in acquisitions.
Yeah.
It is a soft room. Soft being the colors, more of a baby blues and teals, lighter tones to it. It's carpeted, and there is a note on a shelf. That's the only thing in this room, is a note on a shelf.
Oh. I'll go ahead and read that note then.
It says flip 3 times.
Wait, it said what?
It says flip 3 times.
Flip what? Is it a coin or something nearby?
Nope. That's all it says.
Do I try flipping the paper 3 times.
You flip the paper 3 times. The second time you do it, it says 2 more. Then the last time it says 1 more, and then it says stop. You kind of look around the room as boxes fill up the room, back-ordered boxes from Garfield, and things people might need as well. Apparently, there's been a lot of requests for like food, water, shelter, and you can only imagine that it's from the people outside that are asking for these things, that are looking for them inside the Costco.
Okay. Is there anything I can use to like carry items out? Like, Have I seen like a cart or anything, like a basket even?
No, not really.
Oh, man.
You know that you now have access to the front of the store through the hallway that you were just in.
Okay.
You don't have to go through another anomalous room to get to this place again. But yeah, it's it just seems to be full of these things.
I'm gonna.
You start.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna start looking around, seeing if the phone was in there. If it's what people are looking for, then
No, the phone's not in here. Garfield
okay.
hadn't collected it, and it wasn't specifically asked for by Quinn until after you had left the back area the first time. So you think you might have to go get that personally.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just bring all of it out, kind of direct some of the people to divvy it up among the people who are kind of looking for it, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. You step 1 foot outside, and you hear as a bug is starts scuttling around you. It starts picking up a box and carrying it away. It's marked water.
Oh, so that might be mildly important. Is there more water in there?
Yeah, there's more water. There's more water bottles and stuff like that. But it's just carrying a box of water now. It's kind of
Okay.
it's kind of doing a little dance back and forth. It's like going sideways down the hallway. It opens up a door, and you see that it goes down a water slide of some sort.
Okay.
As it does, the door kind of disappears.
Okay. So the door itself disappears. I was gonna say I
Yeah.
could block off that area and see if they could get through. But
That's funny.
just remove their rights.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I guess since the door disappeared, I'd only be blocking off a wall.
Yeah, you would.
It's still not the worst idea.
I mean, it's absolutely not the worst idea. There have been many ideas that have been formulated in this Costco, and that is like the of the ones that have been had. That one, it sounds at least sane and somewhat thought through. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll like
you
generally.
see the little scuttle. You like see the scuttlebug. Maybe just keep something out. That thing does have a box of water on it. And there are scuttlebugs back here.
Okay.
New employees wouldn't know about them, and they might get freaked out.
Okay. Are they like all back in the acquisitions room?
You have directed a few of the on staff like shelvers to come out and grab some boxes.
Yeah.
And put them out and give them to people as they see fit. Somebody does ask about pay. How should they ask for payment for these for the items?
At least discount them.
How much do you
I
want to?
don't know
How
if
much do you want to
Garfield will-
discount them?
Like 50.
This is your store. This is your store.
Oh. If it's the necessities, then give them out for free. People need them. I don't see a reason why not.
You see a little it's not like a Cheshire Cat's face, but it is a smiling cat face with a big circle around it and a thumbs up coming out, and it's imprinted suddenly on all the boxes. It says 100% off with sign up a membership.
Okay, that seems still not completely fair, but
Do you want to change it?
You know what? It's fine.
Okay.
It'll work for now.
You send out the boxes, and they are on their way. So that at least is taken care of. The refugees and such are, at least will have housing of some sort. You have no idea what housing means to these cardboard boxes that are about the size of you. But it's fantasy Costco.
Yeah.
Anything could be in these boxes.
Like it could be like one of those like box that you can just keep grabbing stuff from. It's honestly not too unusual.
Yeah.
For that to be
Yeah,
a thing.
it's not too unusual. Full clarity. We took a day off because my narcolepsy hit me pretty hard yesterday. Because your boy didn't take his medicine. I didn't take it today, but that's okay because I haven't actually had a bunch of caffeine in me.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm fine right now. I will have to like take a nap before I do Gumi's one shot, but you didn't hear that from me. So you're going through, you're assisting and you're pointing things out, and things seem to be under their way as a big hulking figure approaches. They're wearing a full plate armor. They're not as muscular as Atlas was, but they're definitively so. They come in and they have giant antlers that kind of stream with like gold dripping from them and disappearing as they do. And they have cloven hooves as they walk forward to you. They have a name badge. It looks like it's welded onto their armor. It says intern security.
Do I recognize this person?
It's Ares.
Oh shit. And he's walking up to me right now. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna like, oh boy.
They kind of just look at you and they're clearly confused. They're a bit of a daze. They were the direct line of contact between the world being eaten and just torn apart, and Garfield. They were the thing in the middle that was happening there. So they're kind of not all there. And they're asking you where you want them to go.
Well, first I'll like put out my hand to shake and be like, "Hi, my name is Quinn. You already know me. Unfortunately, I cannot promise it gets better, but if you want something to do, the security post is over there, and I'm gonna point to like generally where security would be, because I would definitely
near
know
the
that.
front door.
Yeah,
Near the front door. There's not really a point for security when Garfield's in-house, because Garfield's in-house. But they're currently rewriting the cosmos. Fun thing for them.
Fun time. Love that for
Yeah,
Garfield.
an actual new experience for Garfield.
Which is
So,
wild. Like,
they're
he's
yeah,
been a thing
yeah,
for
they're
so
they're
long.
having a they're having a time. There was a lasagna sun when you walked outside, and you don't know how long that's going to be the case, but everything kind of smells a bit like pasta and spaghetti sauce.
Oh, that smell's gonna get so tiring so fast.
He doesn't really wobble. He just kind of zombily walks towards the post and just kind of stares outside.
Yeah, and before he makes it all the way over, I'm gonna say like, "Hey, I'm sorry."
There's not really a response to that. It does stop him for a moment, but then he just keeps going.
Oh.
Do you want to make an insight check?
Absolutely. I want to see what goes through. I want to see what's going through my man's brain. I mean, probably not like great things. He just got eated.
You did just get eated, but
He
so
did.
did everything else.
Yeah, most of reality kind of got eated.
Well, most of that reality, yeah.
Yeah. So that was insight, right?
Yep.
That is 19.
He does not have the strength to really talk to you.
Okay.
He came over to find out where he's going to be sitting down for the rest of today.
Yeah.
Probably for a week. You don't know how long he's might be like that. He's still a god of some renown, but you can't imagine taking on Garfield doesn't take everything out of you.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I'll
that's just really there's no malice in anything he's doing. He's just kind of
awesome
going.
Yeah.
He's falling through the motions.
I feel so bad.
I mean, it's fine. You didn't do it. It was literally Garfield, but
Yeah. I still feel bad anyways.
I mean,
He's kind of, you know.
Yeah,
the audience doesn't get to know this yet.
he did steal Gumi. So that you can feel bad for him because of what happened. His kind of world was just torn asunder. So you can feel bad for that regard, but he wasn't like an awesome person.
Yeah. Still, I kind of feel bad for anyone who's kind of underneath the wrath of Garfield. I'm gonna also instruct people, like other employees as well, like the people who've been here for a while. If there are new employees, I'm going to leave them be, let them do what they've got to do. I don't know if there's new people on staff other than Aries.
There are a lot of new people. The store is starting to grow. Something as you're taking out the boxes, you feel the familiar sense of like your body decompressing from like its a compact shape. When Garfield tends to leave, he takes things with him. Things are held up by his presence. That's why he normally stays in the Costco. But if Garfield's not in, Costco's not open.
Yeah. So this is a very weird experience.
Yes, this is the first time you've had free just reign of anywhere, and this is the first time any people are starting to feel this go on. But it's more on a global scale. You could tell that just everything in the vicinity of this place is feeling this sort of decompression, as it were.
I'd also like to...
You kind of... Oh, go ahead.
You go on first, and then I'll say the thing.
You kind of look out, and you can actually see the Costco is growing bigger in size.
Is that usual? I'd assume maybe?
No. Normally, it's the front of the store that kind of just turns into a singularity. A single point, and then expands quickly. This time, you can actually see the shelves being grown forward as things happen. You look back, and none of the stock is there, because you still see a warehouse door that you have to go through to get stock and everything. But you're kind of looking out, and it's some of the inhabitants that were back in the area of the stock rooms, the back rooms, if you will. Jingle jingle, back rooms. Everyone, back rooms, jingle jingle.
Jingle jingle.
Said the word. They're kind of there. There's a very happy looking face that peers around the corner. It's just circular, and its neck is elongated. It kind of shrieks back into one of the aisles. There are hands that are collapsing into the ground, just clawing at things. One of them tries to grab an employee, but doesn't manage really, and just sinks into the ground. There's a gnome that keeps following people around. It's a garden gnome, but it keeps following somebody around with a knife. It doesn't seem like it's able to catch up to them very quickly, but it's there. And then there's the loot. Then there's the loot bugs as well. That are just sometimes there.
Are they out?
One does have a little vest. One does have a little vest on.
Okay, if it has a vest, it might not be as much of an issue.
You have no idea where it got it wasn't given. You know that it wasn't given that vest. It looks like it stole the vest and put it on.
Oh my gosh.
And it kind of goes back to to a bunch of other ones. kind of rubbing its vest and then looking at them and going as it throws up its hands and runs through the store.
Oh my gosh.
So that happens. You're curious if there's a dead body of an employee here somewhere, as there was a gnome chasing somebody with a knife. That did have blood on it, but maybe that's a concern for later.
Was I only able to
You'll
catch
deal
a
with
glimpse of it, or like? Did you just not
it's
look at
kind
an
of
issue?
following somebody. It's kind of following somebody slowly, but it's a gnome.
Yeah.
It's a porcelain gnome. If somebody's gonna die to that, I mean, they weren't really trying. It looks like you could take the thing and you could just like kind of knock it over and it wouldn't be an issue anymore. But yeah. So maybe you'll have to go around and clean that up later. But for right now, you do have an order that you had to pick up.
Yeah.
As
Quinn's kind of going about this, like taking the boxes out of the back, handing out items, you kind of can tell they get more into the stride of it. Kind of, they embrace it a little bit, try to feel less sad, which is a little sad in itself, but it's fine. They're doing great.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're doing great.
They're kind of getting more into the
bestie.
stride of being a manager, which is kind of cool to watch.
Ooh. Yeah.
Especially for any employees who have actually been there.
You do have to have a difficult talk with somebody in the food department, as they've been giving out free hot dogs, and if Garfield found out about that, he would lay waste to all that lives.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, they have to pay the $1.50 for the hot dog.
Yeah,
they get a soda, but they have to pay they have to pay the $1.50 for the hot dog. They have to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
They saw you giving out free food and they just assumed.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll go quickly deal with that. That sounds.
There's somebody in the back. They're eating. They just tasted the frosting from the unicorn cake and are sobbing. In the back, just violently. Later on in the day, you do see a loot bug stealing what you first think is a baby, but then you see it is the gnome that was around earlier. It is the one with the name. It is the one with the name tag, and it's kind of just carrying it around. A little bit of chaos is happening. For your first day, this is a lot. No, not the biggest thing you've dealt with in the past 48 hours.
Yeah. Like Quinn wasn't.
But also,
quite ready
it's only been about 6 hours.
Yeah.
But people kind of seem to get the gist of things, and like, oh, okay, so this is an actual store. This isn't just life now for us.
Yeah.
Other people have tried to put on jackets and start working, but they realize quickly that they can't really put on the jackets if they don't work there. So that's kind of, a thing, I guess. They do offer help, but you know you have to turn them down because you don't pay them, and they're customers.
Do we
and
pay
customers
anyone
don't
though?
work.
That's the real question.
That's not for me to decide. Quinn's the manager of this.
Wait, I can pay
department.
them?
You can pay them, but also, what money do you have?
Oh wait, shit, you're right.
Garfield does have all the money.
I give like $2 to Aries.
You have $2 and you just put it on Aries'
pity
lap,
money.
and he just kind of and like he's just staring at something. Somebody accidentally tries to walk out with like a can of soup for their family, and he throws a dagger at the soup can, knocking it out of their hands. It wasn't like a hard. He just kind of like picked up the dagger and kind of just like lazily tossed it at the soup can. It still startled the guy because a knife was flying at him, but And then the alarm goes off a little bit as the soup can disappears and goes back on the shelf. And he's like, "Oh yeah, store, I guess." And so that a lot of odd, crazy things. I could go into more detail about all the weird things that happen at Costco, but anybody listening to this, if you want in the comments, just say stuff. And as long as it's not too weird, it's canon now.
Yeah.
It just happens because
Imagine...
it's literally all of an existence.
We probably get a Karen at some point.
Karens are not welcome. They are banned from his universe. They were devoured. You're gonna be mean to grocery store employees. Why?
You know,
Just why?
If Garfield's done one thing right,
with you?
That's it.
That's the one thing.
That's the one thing.
My goodness. So yeah, it dawns on you that the store is gonna close in like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Which not something you ever really realized before. Could happen.
Time
the store doesn't really. Time does flow now, and you get time off. And your day off has been spent. Your birthday time off has been spent working at Costco.
Yeah, that sounds like Quinn.
But you do realize another thing. You have that order to fill out for Dorothy. You've been putting it off because of how you feel about the whole situation. You don't really want to think about it,
but they kind of found the first not that task that they could find, and then I just kind of went with it.
But there are no more tasks right now to distract you. People are chasing away loot bugs. They're handing them small toys that are like biscuits for like dogs that are supposed to come into the store. They give them sometimes samples and they just run off and cheer. They're just happy. You know, they just.
Bro, my first thought is, I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, they just go. They just go with it. But yeah, it's time to get back up to the task originally at hand.
Okay. I guess I'll let the staff know I'm going in the back, because I'm a good manager, and I tell people where I'm going. This is not a jab. No, I take it back. This is a jab at my manager, because you don't know my Twitch.
Hey, that one specific manager. Fuck you.
Damn.
Heard you a little bit. At my ats, Zot the God. Find me on Twitter. Let's go. That one asshole that is Jelly's AKA insert real name here. Zot, put Jelly's real name, address, and phone number here.
Don't do that.
Anyway, obviously not.
Oh boy. Doxes me live on a D&D video.
I'm pretty sure I don't know your name, so I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes to me. I was like, oh yeah, Meredith. Anyway.
No, but I'm gonna let everyone know that I'm going back, and then.
Yeah, you go back. Some people are taking care of some stuff. They're helping people. You know, they're going about their day. It's almost quitting time, and they don't know what that means yet. You go to the back, and it's kind of dead back there, real quiet as it normally is. It's endless as always. It seems like at least one thing is normal and hasn't changed in this weird and upsetting world that you live in. You go back to the order room, because you figure that's probably where this is gonna be. It's that first door that you saw when you first entered the hallway.
Yeah.
And you what are you thinking about right now as you're about to open the door?
I'm hoping it's there. I'm hoping so desperately that this task is gonna be easy and I can get it out of my hair and I guess kind of I don't even know at this point if I'm hoping that because I made that wish, but I don't know if it worked. And I'm trying not to think about that. Although it does stress me out just a lot actually.
Yeah, just a lot.
Just a lot, you know? But as I open the door, I'm just hoping.
You open the door and there are a lot of different phones. Some are old fashioned, some are newer. Some of them look like they're just like tiny squares that have an antenna on it. You don't know how anybody's able to talk to people on these things, but they look like this is how they look. You see a tablet and it lights up as you walk by, and it just says, I would like a pepperoni pizza, hold the onions. And the next line is, "Sir, this is a Wendy's." And then they both laugh. Both sides laugh as if there's a conversation going on in this tablet. But you're looking around and you see one in particular that kind of piques your interest. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
A D4. Let me find my D4. Yeah. You know, this would be so much easier if I was using online dice, but I like my dice. I spent too much money on them.
Hang on. While you're doing that, I should probably look at which one's which. Okay, I got it.
Never mind. I don't know where my D4 is. We're doing it online.
Okay. Just do you know where D8 is?
That's a good question. I have to remember what a D8 looks like now. I do know what a D8
like
is.
Pyramid stack. All right, just roll your D8 divided by 2.
That is a 4.
Okay. The 4. You see a little phone that's kind of shaped like a coconut. It is just kind of there. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. It doesn't look like a coconut. It looks like a little red phone with crayon drawn on for the numbers.
Oh. I'm going to go up and look at it, try to figure out if this is what I'm looking for.
You go up. Do you pick it up? Or do you pick up the phone?
I do. I'm already wrong.
It's fine. You don't have to roll for these ones.
Yeah.
It's just which order you go in. Because I want to see if it works out naturally or if you what all you get information on. You go over and you pick up the phone, and your heart kind of sinks a little bit. You haven't really even put the phone to your ear, and you just feel sad about it. Oh, hey, Dan. You just kind of feel sad about it already. As, what do you say into the phone?
Oh. Do I have to... Is there someone already there, or...?
You think so. You thought you heard something over the phone.
I'm just gonna go with the classic. Hello?
You don't hear anything for a second, and then you hear Gumi's voice go, "What?" As it suddenly kind of a loud crack is heard, and it hangs up all of a sudden out of your hand. You try to pick up the phone again to just talk to Gumi again, but it's almost glued shut as a white light engulfs the entirety of the phone, and dissipates it, disintegrating it to ash.
No. I'm gonna like.
You feel a kind of a rumble into the store. Somebody's damaged Garfield's property.
What does it
That's
mean?
not going to bode well. It's not. It wasn't you.
Okay.
If it was you, nothing would have happened.
Okay, if it wasn't me, right? That must mean it's probably someone outside. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Uh,
very hesitant.
Okay.
I'm gonna very hesitantly like leave the phone behind and go to check out what happened.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
An insight. Man, I miss perception.
What is better? Your insight, arcana, or nature? Or no, pardon me, not nature, religion.
Con or religion? Let me check. Probably my constitution. That's a +2.
Oh no, your arcana.
Oh, arcana.
By the way, Dan has decided that he's going to lay directly on my arm, so I hope I don't need to touch any dice or anything soon.
Oh, here's hoping.
Yeah.
They're all +0s.
Dan just rolled a die.
So that's fun.
Dan got a 13. Good job, Dan.
Yo!
Dan got a 13.
I love Dan.
He swiped at the dice. Good job, Dan. Pick your flavor. Just roll me a d20 and just let the dice go wild.
I'm just gonna go for insight. That's a 10.
I'll go for it. I can't give you a lot with a 10, so I'm gonna have you roll again.
Cool.
The excuse I'm going to use is you're in Costco.
Yeah, and also I know something's happening, so it's not like.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't a surprise. You witnessed the thing happen. It just.
I got it too.
10 it is then.
10 it is.
With a 10, you know that. Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. I've stopped petting you for a second. With a 10, you know that it was a holy fire that just occurred.
Oh.
It rained through the phone, through the connection that it had with Gumi for some reason, though.
But why?
Though you don't actually know if it was. You just know that you heard Gumi's voice for a second.
Oh, so it was coming. That was through the phone. That wasn't.
Yeah.
From the Costco.
No, it wasn't from Costco. It was through the phone directly.
But you said did Gumi steal from Garfield?
No. You just get that sense that somebody destroyed something of Garfield's.
Oh.
It was the phone. Somebody destroyed the phone.
Oh.
And they did not pay for it.
Oops. Well, that poor person.
Roll me another D4 or another D8 and divide it by 2. If you get a 4, just roll again.
I got a 4. This dice loves 4s.
Roll again.
Jesus Christ, it loves 4. Third time's a charm, though. Gee, what the hell? I got 2.
I'm gonna say you rolled a 3 then.
I
you
hate
got
this
3.
dice. I've gotten 4 4s in a row.
So a 3 then. You go through and you. Dan, stop biting me every time I stop petting you. I know you're a little guy, and I know you're here to play.
He needs your attention right now, actually.
He does. It
doesn't matter.
He needs it immediately.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we're doing D&D right now. This is dance time.
Yeah.
You do not know. Mom hasn't been here all day, and so dance time is now.
He needs your attention.
He really does. He just does. He just needs the attention. He's a little attention whore. Anyway, you go through. Are you gonna bite you? You go through and you see another phone. This time it's kind of this matte black, and the little keys are different eyes on it, with a weird rabbit
on as the handle.
Oh.
This time it rings.
Oh shit. I'll pick up.
It says the number you have dialed has been disconnect, and then it kind of glitches out, and you hear a like static voice saying hello to you.
Oh. I'll like kind of. Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll just kind of be like, hello? A little more desperate in my tone.
This time you... Dan keeps coming up and biting me. I don't know why. This time you hear a female voice, but you can't really make out what she's saying, because there's a bunch of distortion around it. It seems like she's thanking someone for the food, like they had just eaten. But she also says something else that you can't really make out, and she says I'm gonna go now, and then the phone hangs up on you. Not violently at all, just that's how it happens.
Oh. Okay.
Roll again. Let's see if the fourth time's a charm, or if you're gonna get the other hidden immunity idol today.
Oh.
As it were. You're gonna get the other secret thing. Not the dice on the floor.
I got... Oh, that's a 3. I got a 1 earlier. And that was after...
You got a 1?
I did get a 1 earlier.
A 1 is Dorothy. But let's see if you can't get a 2. So you're looking for a 4 or a 2.
I got a 4!
Okay, so you're gonna divide that by 2 then.
Yeah.
So you get it. You see a blood red phone. It is covered in like a mossy film. That's also like a crimson red. There are normal dial numbers on it, but other than that, it kind of gives you the creeps.
Oh. Is it doing anything? Is it gonna is it making noise or calling me?
No. No, you feel a connection to it for some reason, but there's no real calling towards it. It creeps you out a lot, though. For lack of a better word, you feel murderous intent coming off the phone.
Oh. Oh.
Like I know you don't have danger sense, but you feel it.
Yeah, like it's just that strong that someone without danger sense could feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. Curiosity killed the cat, but luckily I'm not Garfield. I'm gonna, so incredibly, hesitantly, pick up.
You hear an old man in a Cockney accent laughing at you.
Excuse me, what?
You hear an old man with a Cockney accent laughing at you.
I'm just gonna.
They say your name to you. As suddenly you hear a squelching noise, and then a exasperated Zillera keeps saying, Quinn, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Answer the fucking phone. Quinn? And it hangs
Zillera?
up.
No, please. Come back. Can I call back? Or does it disintegrate?
There is a black film at the end of the cord. And it's been disconnected from the base. As you look down, you can see scissors receding back into the film, into the actual. How should I say? You see scissors receding back into the phone.
Oh no!
This time you don't feel a rumble. It's severed. You would need wires. Somebody with technological skills and occultism skills to reattach it.
I was gonna say I should have grabbed the wire from the wire room and I could have tried it.
You could have.
Damn.
But you didn't collect any of those materials.
That's my bad.
Yeah, well, you didn't know it was going to happen. I did, and I'm a bastard.
Sobbing.
Yeah, sobbing, crying, throwing up. Lastly, we get to number 1, which is Dorothy's. Now, this is Dorothy's phone. You're kind of getting the sense that each one of them connects to different people. Whether they can hear you or you can hear them is up to them, really. Not always, but it kind of is. And yeah, it's just this old box-style phone from the early 80s. It's not much to look at. It looks like an antique phone. Black and white, shadowed trims on it. It looks like if somebody were to draw a really nice detailed phone, but it has 3 dimensions.
Oh. That sounds like Dorothy, actually.
You look at it and you realize this isn't the phone that you're supposed to be getting.
Oh.
Now that you see it. This is the phone to Dorothy.
Oh. This is kind of the moment it dawns on me that these are likely phones that call the dead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, and kind of like my breath catches my throat a little bit.
There is a similar one next to it. That is more... It looks like it's a few years older, but it's still kind of the make and model. And there's one before it, sitting lonely on the shelf. And it's kind of a crimson black color. Almost made out of just obsidian.
Okay. But I do have the one phone, correct?
Yeah, it's next. It's sitting in between the middle of those 2.
Okay. I'm gonna check the wire first, or like check to make sure that like there's nothing set to disintegrate, nothing that's gonna cut the wire, nothing that'll make this go wrong. Kind of using my intuition kind of as a rogue a little bit in this.
You check for booby traps. That's absolutely a fair assessment that you should definitely do.
Yeah.
But there's nothing really here. These phones don't really work that way most of the times, unfortunately.
No.
It's either they connect or they don't. And there's only one real reason why they would connect.
Yeah.
But as you inspect the phone, you do see that there is a bit of scorch marks on the receiver part. It doesn't look like they'll be able to hear you, but you could probably hear them if you pick up the phone.
I'll go ahead and do it. I need answers. I need anything.
You pick up the phone and you hear Dorothy talking to a New Yorker, something about him going to pick up her mother in Staten Island. They're trying to make some deal about a restaurant. It's not really like certain why they're making this deal, but Dorothy seems a little bit sporadic in the moment. Like maybe they're kind of caught up in something. You hear a faint hissing in the back of it though, like almost like the phone's getting hot and like air is escaping through a hole.
Like the phone or something in...
Like the phone. Yeah, like the phone itself is getting hot and escaping through a hole. Like a water would be like escaping through a hole as you boil something.
Yeah.
Like a slight whistle. You can tell that it's coming from the other end of the phone. It's not like the phone itself is boiling all of a sudden.
Oh.
You kind of just sit there and listen to your friend as she goes through her day. Something about an anniversary. Something probably important to her. And then it kind of just the call just ends a little bit abruptly. But you didn't really gain knowledge from it. You just got to hear your friends, how they're kind of like how their afterlives are doing for them. Not a lot of information, unfortunately, but you got to hear their voices, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up to you to decide. But you look over next to the other one, and there is a little tag on it. Says for Dorothy. And then it says mission complete on the tag.
Jesus Christ.
I make sad tales.
Shit, man. I'm gonna go ahead.
Do you... Yeah. No, I was about to ask you what you were about to do, but then you started telling me what you were about to do, so, you know.
I'll go ahead after kind of a moment, because I do kind of have to collect myself. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I go ahead and I collect the phone. I bring it over towards... Will I always have access to the area where it's like future orders go?
Yeah, you will.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of put it in there, kind of almost towards the front so I can grab it easily.
As you go to leave, make me an insight check. By the way, as you pick up the phone, something happens to you. You feel invigorated. Do you know what inspiration is?
Yeah.
In D&D's terms? While holding this phone, you have permanent inspiration.
Oh. Yeah.
You have no idea why you feel so good right now, but you do. You feel just absolutely amazing. You were absolutely sad just a moment ago about your friends being dead, but now you feel like a kid again. You feel like you're 10 feet tall, able to take on the world, and your imagination's running wild. But then that kind of halts for a moment. You can still use inspiration on this roll if you'd like, but out of the corner of your eye, you see a little tablet that says your name on it.
Okay. So what kind of roll am I making?
This is an insight roll.
Okay. That's a straight 10. This dice hates me.
You can use inspiration to re-roll.
Oh, right. Thank goodness for inspiration. You know what? I'm using the D&D Beyond dice. Fuck that.
Absolutely.
Insight. Wait, insight?
Insight.
Oh my god, I've been using investigation, not insight this entire time. That's a 14.
Oh my god. You see it says Quinn. It just says your name on it. You have no real connection to anything on this. It's a tablet. You have no idea really what this device is at the moment. As you kind of like go over and walk over and do it, you hear another voice from another telephone say your name, and then another. And then more and more of them just whisper your name.
at you, not really to you. It's at you.
Oh.
As all the screens in the room light up with a red eye, surrounded by 7 chains.
What the fuck?
And they all say the same thing. And it's just your name.
Oh god. Okay, am I still in the telephone room?
You are. You're near the door, though.
Okay, I'm gonna like kind of stare at this, a little horrified almost. And
As you stare at it, it blinks.
oh, I'm leaving that room.
You rush out of the room and run in immediately to Ares.
Oh shit. Oh.
He doesn't really seem like he knows why he's here, but he's here now. And he has his sword in his hand.
Oh, hey, Ares. Like
he doesn't make eye contact with you. He just kind of walks past you.
Where is he going?
He's going into the room.
I'm not going back in the room, but I'm just gonna watch and kind of see what he does.
You watch as the eyes kind of stare past him at you as he raises up his sword and brings it down on a huge section of the wall, just crushing it underneath him. Fire erupts from his sword as all the phones in that vicinity break. You know as well, though, that Zua's phone was in that area.
No.
He reaches up his hand to do it to the next section where Zillera and Gumi's phones are sitting.
Like they're currently there.
They're currently there, yeah.
I'm gonna
he's about to swing down.
I'm gonna carefully put down the phone that's for Dorothy, and I'm gonna run and be like, "Wait, Ares, please."
No reaction. He just swings it down, almost hitting you. But you like kind of jump out of the way as you realize he was about to strike. And it's very lazy strike. It's not like no like finesse, no force. He's just putting magic and weight behind a thing to crush it. As he turns his attention to the back wall, where the main eye is kind of staring at you, as it like pulsates. It says your name over and over again. And he brings up his sword one more time, and it's right in front of Dorothy's phone.
Is there any way I can grab Dorothy's phone before?
You can try and give me an Arcana check to see if you can do the puppeteer's hand.
Yeah, let's do that. Why
Go
are
ahead
all of
and
my
roll
checks
me
shit? All of the ones I'm not using right now. If you had me do stealth, +6, survival +7, animal handling.
They're not. It's not meant to be easy. You're kind of shocked and freaked out at the moment. That's why I'm not
I
using,
think it's
like,
funny.
Yeah.
I just put all of my stats into the wrong things. It makes sense for Quinn. Like their stats would absolutely be there. It's just they are not built for this.
You do still have inspiration though, if you want to reroll.
Oh, that's good because I got a natural 1.
Oh, then I would have made something terrible happen.
Oh,
that'd been great.
I'm really glad. That's a 14.
14. You go and you grab. There's a little button on the front of it. You grab it by that button and you kind of rip it through. And Ares brings out his swords and he cuts off the top half of the phone connector. It's not completely destroyed. You think that you can fix it. It'll just take time. But yeah, you have that phone now as he's destroyed the last bits of the connection in this room.
Is it going? Is it done? Is it?
Yeah, he's done. He's destroyed all of them. All but that one. It looks like he he might have been there this entire time waiting for you to collect the thing that you had to collect. But yeah.
I'm just. Does he look like he wants to get the one that I have, or?
No. It looks like he was destroying all the screens, and things around him were just collateral damage. That phone didn't have a screen on it.
Does it look fine? Does it look like there's?
It's missing in the top half of its receiver, so you can't actually hear anything out of it. But it looks like it could be repaired.
Okay.
It'll just take time.
What is Aries doing right now?
He's just kind of mildly walking back to his station. He exits past you. He doesn't give you a mind. Doesn't pay you any mind. And just kind of goes back to the thing. I imagine you walk out with him a little bit to see what he does next, but he just walks back to the guard station.
Yeah, I honestly kind of just let him go. I'm kind of really upset by this. The phones
I can imagine.
Most of them broke themselves, but that was my last connection to them.
I mean, you got one left.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take that one back, as well as the phone for Dorothy. I'll put the phone for Dorothy near the beginning of the room, kind of as a last-ditch effort, hoping that they'll come back. And then I'll take the other one kind of with me. I don't know to where, but just gonna kind of hold on to it. I'm assuming I have some kind of at least room in there, so I'd probably put it in there. But then again,
you actually don't have a room because you've never had to sleep before. You've just been in Costco and always it's Costco.
Okay. Are there lockers?
No. You really haven't had any stuff before. It's a weird circumstance, to be sure, but
okay.
You
Dorothy's
see that it's closing time. And you go out and you lock up as everyone leaves for the night. You hear things rattling in the darkness of the place while you shut down the lights. Creepy, eerie things in the back of the store that kind of stare at you as you leave.
I pay them no mind.
But I imagined you did. But as you go out, you see that there's a house there. Well, it's a big apartment building, really. It kind of just looks like a 2-story apartment building. People are flocking in and laughing and running into it. And you get in and you see that it says, Fantasy Costco has a home for you.
Oh.
And it seems like it's an anomalous apartment building. You look and it has 10,000 floors. I just heard something in my house. Oh, it's my wife.
His wife!
My wife is home. Hey, wife.
What are you doing?
We're recording.
What are you recording?
The rework for Quinn. I made them sad.
On purpose?
Yeah, on purpose.
Why?
Can you, Quinn? Jelly says things.
I
I
can confirm he made me sad.
That's it. You made them sad.
Solid
No
womp
sex
womp
tonight.
moment.
Jesus Christ, wife. They are not 18.
That is inappropriate.
Wait, I am 18.
Oh, never mind. It's fine.
No sex tonight.
Damn it.
I'm home.
You want food, I'm imagining?
I can wait. Happy anniversary.
It's May 1st. It's
You
the
forgot
first of the month. I forgot what day it was, but I don't forget what our anniversary was. I did.
Sex.
It was the first time I've forgotten in 10 years. Oh my god. Man. Me and Dorothy are like just the same for real.
You just did a one shot about that. That's so funny.
Man. Dorothy's just like me. I needed to.
Oh shit! Don't go into a. Don't be drowned in an elevator of ink. That would suck. Actually.
Dorothy is just like me for real. It's my.
You saying that's okay?
anniversary. Womp, womp. Anyway, back to it. I'm gonna finish this up with you, and then I'm gonna go make wife some food.
Yeah.
Anyway, you leave, and you see there's about 10,000 rooms in this place, which
That's a lot of
is
rooms.
odd. It's a lot of rooms. You see a door on one end, and that's the only real way to get into places.
Yeah.
But you go ask the front desk clerk, who is another Muppet.
Oh.
And she looks across the room at you and says, "What room number is yours?"
I don't know.
What is your name?
Quinn?
Last name?
Not really? No,
I'm not seeing a Quinn, not really.
No, not really. It's not my last name. I just don't really have a last name.
Oh, okay. Quinn. Oh, you're the manager at the Costco, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just across the street, yes. Quinn Field. There it is. You are on room 3000.
Oh, thank you. Do I have a key or something, or do I just...
She kind of just like stares at you, and she just kind of says, "You can enter through that door right there." And there's a bit of a line to get into the door, as people don't seem to realize that other people start walking into other doors, and it just seems to go to where they need to.
Oh.
Room of requirement style type thing. You walk into your apartment door.
Okay.
But you're smart enough to understand, because you understand the magic that's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that's always been happening every day of your life for the last however old you are.
That's a...
+1 because it's your birthday. You there? You kind of said that's a great, and then you just stopped talking. Oh, did I cut out? Did I disconnect?
I think you did.
Oh, okay. What did you say? Sorry.
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
I said however old you are +1 because it is your birthday.
That is a great question. I don't have that information either.
That's fine. You walk over to a door and you just kind of want to sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's a thing I don't get to do often.
You kind of blink your eyes, and that also takes you a little bit away, because you're not really supposed to have eyelids normally. You kind of look at yourself in the mirror, and you're in your human form. For whatever reason, in this room, you're just in your human form. You try to switch back, but you really don't. Your hair still flows as if it was made of yarn, with the different like colors in it. But sitting on your desk is you have a studio apartment. Nothing too lavish. It's not really full of anything. There's a bedroom in the back that's cut off from everything else. There's a kitchen, a couch, and a TV.
Okay.
When you turn on the TV, it just kind of looks like different like space places in space as they kind of are colliding with Garfield. And Garfield's on every channel. In fact, it's kind of odd. There's the Garfield cartoon even, which you find just infinitely creepy.
Yeah.
There's somebody named John Arbuckle, and you kind of look at that and you get like a chill down your spine as you see their face. But nevertheless, that does happen.
Yeah.
You go through, and you sit the little thing down on the table, and there's a little note again. It says "Happy Birthday," and there is a cake, as well as a small little box.
Oh.
There is a slice taken out of it, but not gone yet. It looks like it has been cut, but has not been taken.
Oh. Okay. I'll go ahead and look into the box.
There is a small button. It's like a little pin for your lapel. It's a flag with some colors on it that you get to decide what colors are on there. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not know. Not paying attention to that, unfortunately. As well as underneath it, there is a little coin. It looks like it's to one of the gachapon machines that are inside the Costco.
Hell yeah. Gambling.
Yeah, literally. There is one in there, and it says, flip it for good luck.
Oh.
No, it actually says, flip it for good luck. Because anytime you read anything from Garfield, it always sounds like Garfield.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy. But yeah. You have a little gachapon coin and your little flag. They're trying to like make a connection with you. Maybe they feel bad, maybe they just like don't want you to bother them, and are trying to do that. You don't really know what Cosmic Garfield wants.
Yeah.
Just know he's doing it. So it's up to you to interpret.
For now, I'm actually probably gonna put it to the side. If I have a fridge, I'll put the cake in there.
Yeah, absolutely. You put the fridge in the cake. Wacky, I know. You put the cake in the fridge. There's a half a can of root beer and a lasagna that has only 3 bite marks out of it, as well as an empty tin above it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's been it. What's your favorite soda? What's Quinn's favorite soda?
Oh, Quinn's favorite soda. I'd imagine they wouldn't actually be much of a soda drinker. I'd imagine Quinn chugs coffee like there's no tomorrow, but
there's a bunch of cold brew coffee in it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just imagine You know?
Well, yeah.
Hi, everyone. This isn't a 5th or even 6th recording that we've done, because I definitely did not mess up with the audio at the very end
Never.
of Quinn's one shot. But without further ado, definitely not retracing my steps or anything. Quinn, you've just put away your birthday cake. How do you feel?
Yeah. I feel pretty, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of still processing a lot of the things that have happened over the course of the day, but, you know, I'm just trying to feel not human, because that's not what I am. But I'm trying to feel like a person again, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Quinn, can you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Absolutely. Oh, where'd my dice go? Oh, heck. Yeah, it totally hasn't been a week, though. Totally. That's it. Nope. Alright, there's my dice. I win. I got... You said investigation, correct?
Perception.
A perception. Oh, I'm really good at that.
Yes.
I got a 20. A dirty 20.
Oh, dirty
but 20 nonetheless.
Nice. You're putting away your birthday cake, and out of the corner of your eye, you see something. It's casting a large shadow. Tentacles and just gaping maws all across the room as it comes out towards the door of what your bedroom would be. A little cut off area. You have no idea what this creature could possibly be, because we definitely haven't done this recording before.
Oh, never. No.
But as it walks out, its shadows, the shadow seems to be staring directly at you. As it walks out of your room, it is a small orange cat. It's kind of chubby, very fluffy, and it's kind of meows and just kind of looks at you and just kind of walks towards you and just like brushes and puts all of its weight up against your leg. It's a very heavy cat. It kind of almost knocks you over because you're not really like anticipating there to be an animal in this room. You a Muppet who's not very animals aren't very fond of, because you're not very fond of animals because of your past interactions where they think you're a chew toy. But this guy seems to be just a little guy. Just a happy little guy. You see that there's a collar on it. Would you like to take a look at the collar?
Yeah, absolutely.
You bend down, pick up his red collar, and it says Fake Field on it. It has a little eye symbol on the back of the little tag, and it kind of blinks at you as it does. Yeah, it's just here.
Can I make like a check to kind of just look at this cat, try to figure out what the heck this cat is?
Yeah, of course. Make me a nature check.
All right. Try to figure out. I should be good at this, right?
You should
right?
be, yeah.
Because I'm a druid, right? Yeah, I have +0.
Druid,
which
nature,
is really helpful because
nah.
I got a 5.
Oof, that's a cat. That's a fucking dude. That's the cattiest cat I've ever fucking seen.
I have to ask though, like, what kind of cat is this?
It
like,
is...
can I tell at least that with a 5?
Yeah. It kind of would look like a tabby cat, but it's orange. It's kind of got like stripes down its back, like darker orange stripes. It kind of looks like Garfield, but like as a normal ass cat.
I guess they make sense.
So yeah.
I guess. And I'm like stuck in human form right now.
No,
so
you're
it's not really gonna have an issue with me.
You're in your Muppet form. This is your home. You're able to do.
Oh.
You're able to be whatever you want in this room, in this space. This is your
Okay.
space. Well, yours and Garfield's.
And the cat's just fine with that?
Yeah. Seems like it was
damn,
trained not
alright.
to attack you or anything.
Cool. I guess I have a little bit of a hunch who left this here.
Yep. I know you already done it, but for everyone who's now listening to this, please write find familiar fake field.
He's my bestie, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he's my best friend.
You're my best friend. It has been a little, totally actually it hasn't, been a little bit.
Oh yeah, it was just like a couple seconds.
How many times can I use this spell? And like what
find
are the...
familiar is a first level spell, so as long as you have a first level spell slot, you're good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
It has been written down.
There you go.
I'm gonna check my spells. It'd be really funny if I already had. I don't.
Yeah, druids don't really have find familiar, I don't believe. That's
I think
a
that's
wizard.
more a ranger thing.
Wizard, ranger, sorcerer,
And Quinn.
and now Quinn. As you touch the back of its collar, you feel a little prick bite into your thumb, as there is now like a little bejeweled eye. It's green, and you look at the cat, and it matches the same color as that eye. It hurt for a second, but now it's fine. That seems to be the way that you summon it, because you like rub your fingers together and just call for it, like a pss, 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 and like you know the thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yup, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's awesome.
Yep, that's how you summon him.
Fake Field hears that from like miles away, and bro starts sprinting.
Literal dimensions away.
Bro is coming whether we like it or not.
Yes. Don't fuck with Fake Field.
Real.
So we talked about your favorite soda, and it's actually a cold brew. So you have that. You open your fridge, and there, like I said, there's lasagnas in there. Some of you actually do notice that some of them are labeled Garfield, and some of them are labeled Fake Field. You didn't paid no mind to that the first time you saw it, because you just assumed all of them were for Garfield. But he's kind of like pawing at you and pawing at the fridge.
Does Fake Field eat lasagna?
I don't know. Why don't you find out?
Oh shit.
Listen, you guys left me alone for it has been an actual week since we've done this, pardon me. And they left me alone to cook. So I decided to cook. Earlier today, you've already seen that a bunch of videos of all their themes have come out. So yeah. I'm
left
rolling
you alone
with
for
it.
too long.
You left me alone for too long, and this is what happens.
This is the repercussions of our actions. Yeah. All right. I guess I'll... Oh, it feels so unnatural for a cat to eat fucking lasagna, like an actual cat. Garfield's, that's normal, but an actual, just straight up cat eating lasagna.
Well, you did see its shadow. I'm sure that you noticed that this is not a normal ass cat.
Yeah, it's not a normal ass cat, but as far as I can tell, it's still a cat.
I mean, yeah, it's a cat.
It's a cat. But yeah, I'll get out the lasagna and feed it to the cat.
You put out a bowl of lasagna. Do you have anything to eat? What do you want to eat?
Honestly, it's kind of whatever's in the fridge.
There's
lasagna. Like,
lasagna.
I'm not gonna be particularly picky in this moment.
There's lasagna.
It's just only lasagna.
Yeah.
I guess I'm eating lasagna too.
Weird. You're eating cat food. That's weird.
It's cat food in this universe?
No. It's lasagna. You put out a plate of lasagna for yourself, and then you go over, and the cat kind of sits at the dinner table with you. It's a low sitting dinner table, so it kind of just plops up on the seat in front of it, and just kind of meows at you as you put down a bowl, a little like plate of lasagna for it. You heat it up in the microwave, and you just a normal meal. You put it down right in front of them, and all of a sudden it grows 3 extra mouths and devours it and the plate.
Oh. So just a normal cat, right?
Yeah, just a normal cat.
Normal cat.
It seems like it's still hungry, though.
Oh. At this point...
Maybe you should just put down the tray.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put down the tray.
You put down the tray, and it's grows long, vicious, like clawed appendages, and starts like shoveling the food into its face, very like animalistically. Very not creepy because you've seen worse, but like still,
absolutely,
but still like unnerving that this is in your house and you're just feeding it. And then, like, after a while, it stops eating and then just kind of turns back into a cat and licks the bowl, licks the, like, pan of lasagna. And there's still some left, so you just, I guess, wrap it up and put it in the fridge. But then you cut yourself a square off first, because I don't think you want to eat after that thing.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of sits down.
Can I, like, do, like, an Arcana check? Like, once again, try to figure out what is living in my, like,
I'll give you, what's better, nature or religion?
Neither. They're both 0.
Oh my god.
Quinn is unnecessarily cracked at some stuff.
Go ahead.
Like, perception, they can kill it. Stealth, they can kill it. Survival, oh hell yeah.
You're a druid rogue, aren't you?
I'm a rogue, yeah.
Yeah.
I more have built them for RP instead of
That's fine.
Instead of building them for like actually being good.
That's fine. So go ahead and give me that Arcana check.
Alright. Yeah, because I just honestly I'm not like super phased, but I would still like to know what's living with me, you know?
Absolutely.
I really just cannot figure this out as an 8.
What? Well, Quinn, that's a fail. When's the last time you really saw a cat eat? I mean, maybe this is normal.
Yeah. I mean, I really haven't, like, other than when the cats are, you know, being fucking assholes towards me, I haven't really interacted with many cats, so...
I would say this, from an 8, you think that this might be a cat, but from the Find Familiar spell that's embedded in your hand, you are able to tell that you are summoning a demon. And so, you know...
So a normal cat.
So a normal cat, you know, really, just whatever. It's the end of the day. No, you don't have a shift. You don't work tomorrow. You looked at the schedule, and you actually find a schedule to actually look at, and you inform everyone that you guys are closed on weekends now, which is insane. You've never had 2 days off, let alone 1 day off in ever.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're just killing it.
Heck yeah.
There's TV. There's your bed that you can like sleep in. What do you want to do? There's internet.
Have I had access to like internet or a TV before? I'd assume not.
No, you have.
Really?
You have a break.
Oh, okay.
You have a break room. There was a computer in there. There was a dial-up modem computer in there.
Oh my god. Is this better? Is this any better?
Yeah, it's 4G.
Let's go!
Yeah, and you have a cell phone. You have all sorts of things.
Oh, actually, I forgot I had a cell phone. I should probably add that to my bag.
Yeah.
But I guess I might flip through, kind of flip through the channels on the TV before possibly heading to bed, you know?
A lot of different, like, space. A lot of different, endless abyss that you see. You do, however, see one that's kind of pointed out into the void of space, and there's like this white bubble around, like this white. You're surrounded by like a white dome, and as you look out, you see
a couple larger domes surrounded by smaller ones. And it kind of looks like this giant horned creature running in between them. You really don't understand what that is, so you kind of flip off of it real quick. And you're just going through the channels. You are startled, however, by the sight of a horned figure with bloodshot red eyes staring directly into your soul before you quickly turn the next page. You didn't do it on purpose. You were just kind of flipping through channels, and then you kind of go back and it's just the Garfield channel again, like the cartoon.
Okay.
This time it's in Spanish. You don't know Spanish, so I mean you don't know what language it actually is, but it's Spanish.
Yeah. I know Elvish, I think, and I know ASL, and that's kind of a basic bitch when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I'd love to imagine, right? This is a little D&D nerd moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to imagine that Elven is the Spanish of the magical world.
Elven is Elven. You guys can know you guys can know are more common, extra common and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's funny.
It's the equivalent of knowing Spanish at that point. Yeah. That's how I like to imagine it, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You notice when you got to that page, your cat dashed behind you. But then as it goes, it kind of comes back and feels around the room and just kind of lays back on your lap and kind of purrs and goes to sleep. So you're stuck there forever now until Fake Field decides to let you up. But
Oh no! Well, thank God I don't have a shift tomorrow. Especially if it has the demonic nature. Who knows what this cat's getting up?
I mean, yeah.
I'll probably just kind of fall asleep there too, because once again, who knows when Fake Field's getting up?
Yeah. You fall asleep, and your dreams are your own. Nobody can enter them, not even Garfield. So I imagine you get to decide what Quinn's dreams about. If you'd like to tell the class, that's fine. If not, we can just continue.
Honestly, I kind of imagine it to almost be more like a nightmare for right after all that, kind of remembering what happened. Yeah. It'd be one of those dreams you wake up from in a cold sweat.
Yeah. You wake up later in your cold sweat, and Fake Field's still on you. He's just kind of laying there, just sleeping. Very heavy cat, but the weight's nice. And he's warm.
A weighted blanket.
Yeah, he's like a weighted blanket. And he's warm, and you're small, so it's kind of nice. It's like a big weighted blanket. Yeah. We're actually gonna time skip as we have done not 3 other times. That would be crazy.
Crazy?
I was crazy. Anyway, we jump forward, and things in the Fantasy Costco have been going very well. With your help, the citizens of your new mega planet have made cities and buildings and other little towns and stuff like that. People have been able to reintroduce agriculture into the world and other things, and you buy and sell agriculture cheap from them and sell it even cheaper back, and different things like that. You buy in bulk and you sell it cheap, how Costco does.
Absolutely.
So it's you don't ever compete with small businesses and things like that, because it's your store and you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You keep noticing though that different colonies will come over and be like, I was just in my own world, and then my world was eaten by a giant cat. What is going on? And you have to explain to them that this is the new world. That happens about once a week.
I almost develop a spiel over time, kind of just something I know works to kind of calm people down. Of like, yeah, your reality was just kind of eaten. Sorry, my guy.
Eventually, Garfield starts to reform back in the Costco. You've opened up another location for him to just like be his crazy little self if they want to, but you know, not the point. This one's your store, and they have their store that they just more use as storage and things like that. But they kind of reform and they kind of express like, yeah, I was, going out and I was kind of pushed back a little bit by the external forces, so I can't really grow the reality any bigger. Seemingly he's been trying to eat up nearby realities as well to try to do things, but something's pushed him back, so he just stopped. He hasn't really expressed what it was yet, or maybe ever will, but he did do that. Over the next few days, you start seeing not odd things. That forest from the beginning never comes back, though.
Oh.
Okay. And every night you kind of look into the lantern, and you can see the forest through it, but you aren't really able to do anything with it yet. You don't understand what's going on with it. You try to light the light in there, but something snuffs it out every time.
Okay.
It's a strange thing. And something to note, Fake Field hates it. Absolutely cannot stand that lantern. He tries to knock it over and break it all the time. So you've developed just putting it back in your bag every night, just to make sure he doesn't like knock it over and like break it or whatever. But you go through the motions of every day. You like greet people, do everything. And then Atlas comes to you, and he tells you about this process that he can do where he can basically he can hold up any reality that you guys want him to, so he can know where like people might need help, so like throughout the store and stuff. So he basically becomes your security camera, and you hire him for this purpose. So he like has a walkie on, and he's just holding this bar. And he just sits down all day. Actually, it's kind of nice because he gets to sit. And he just holds it and like, hey, people need help in this area. There's a monster in this area that got out. There's this. Somebody's trapped in the back rooms in this level. Different things like that. For some reason, he can't do this to the entirety of the world that you guys are in. He tried to lift up your reality a bit, but something started to eat at his flesh when he did it. Assumedly it was Garfield trying to consume something.
Makes sense.
So you just developed while he's in the store, he can just do that there. He has a nice vest on, everything. People go and take pictures with the strongest man, all sorts of things. It's very fun. He becomes kind of like an attraction as well. So,
It's like a hashtag at one point starts on social media of like, oh yeah, like hashtag big Costco man. I don't know.
Yeah, big Costco man.
Big Costco man.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers to learn his name.
Ares and a couple other people start development on a external planetary and reality like dimension thing, a gate basically. Like the gate spell, but like permanent, to open up to other realities, so that people can walk in and purchase from you guys more, and so that some people can actually go back to their homes. Because Garfield, as they were like eating everything and like turning the suns into lasagna, he kind of calmed down and realized, okay, everything can't be lasagna because that's kind of boring. And not everything needs to be shaped like me. All right, I get it. I got a little bit too excited. So he kind of like puts everything back.
Development.
He kind of puts everything back sort of the way it was. But every once in a while, people will walk through something,
you'll notice that people say that they walked through a forest and ended up here.
Oh.
And some of these people, they don't have names anymore.
Oh.
You try to give them a name, and as you say it, that name no longer exists for them. So if you called them Tyler, it just wouldn't come out. It just doesn't work. So you know, this isn't something Garfield's doing either. They don't know what's happening with that. And they're not fully formed yet, so they can't really help them. So that you've just taken up giving them space in the hotel. Most of the residents of that hotel have actually moved out because, you know, cities have been built and towers and lovely buildings and things like that. It's been about a year now. And it's your birthday again.
Oh my god, it's my birthday.
Garfield's still not formed all the way, but he's mostly there. And so he's like kind of going around and teasing people and like doing his normal Garfield things. You actually have the day off this time, as you just kind of came into the store to like grab lasagna and milk and things like that you might need. You get your birthday cake as well. And you're kind of, you know, sitting there and you're like, the last year's been good, but this is the eve of when everything happened.
Yeah.
So it's a somber day. Make me another perception check.
I'm on it, Chief.
Because I already think, again, this hasn't happened. We haven't recorded this 3 times now.
Yeah.
You don't know what's about to happen.
You said perception?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I have that plus 10. That's a 13 with the plus 10.
God, that normally is a fail, but since we've done this literally 3 times, I'm not gonna say you failed it. No, honestly, rolling was a formality. I just kind of wanted to hear the dice roll.
Yeah.
You see, I bit my tongue. You see a young lady. She has blonde hair, big eyes, a kind of a snoutish face, almost like a fish though. And the more you look at her, the more she turns into a normal little girl. But when she entered your Costco, she looked kind of like a fish person. It was weird. Standing behind her, being blocked at the gate, is a large man in a black coat. He has no visible features on his face. He's wearing a like downed like cowboy hat almost, but it's like all the way circular and round instead of like pointed at one end. Or like a trilby. I can't remember what they're called, but I hope I'm describing that correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
And she's running away, kind of towards you though. What would you like to do?
I kind of would like to assess my surroundings. So.
Oh, would you? Would you? Would you like to assess your surroundings?
Actually, would I like to assess my surroundings?
Would you like to assess your surroundings? It's weird.
That wasn't even me, like, metagaming, by the way.
No.
That's my...
No. It's good. It's good. No. It's absolutely good. I completely understand.
But I'd more like to assess, like, kind of what's happening with her specifically.
All right, give me.
Is it just that man? Is there more people who seem to be after her? What age is she? That kind of stuff. Like, right. I'm not looking at really anything else.
You've already made this roll, but again, roll that dice so I can hear it. Oh wow, you passed.
Perception. If it's perception, then I got a freaking 28, so I hope I passed.
It was an 8. It was insight, but yes.
Then it's still an 18.
Yeah. You see, she is about in her she's about 14 years old. She is clearly frantically running away in the direction of you, and you notice that she came in with that man. You notice that you still have the manager pin on, with all your other accoutrement pins. You have your manager. You have a proud mom of a demon cat. You have your flag. That Garfield actually also has a pin on that says ally and dad of a, and then it has a flag because he doesn't want to write out any more things, because he got kind of bored and lazy. He's
That sounds like
trying.
him.
He's trying.
He's like that one like that one parent that's like they'll call you like the wrong pronoun half the time, but they're trying their best, damn it.
They're doing their best. But the thing that kind of they're locking in on is that blinking manager pin. And you think, oh, maybe they need a manager, not you specifically. But they're kind of just head down running, and that's what you think they're looking at. Again, their eyes are very big, so you don't really know. But you can tell that they're frantically running towards you.
Okay. And the man, does he look like a threat? What's happening with him?
I will say with an 18, you only noticed her.
Okay.
You'll have to make me another perception check, but she's about to be in front of you.
Okay. I'll just kind of almost let her get to me, you know? If I don't perceive a threat, then I'm not gonna make any action, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
She bends down. She's a bit taller than you. When she gets up to you, and she whispers into your ear. I'm not gonna do the voice this time because it hurt my throat the last time I did the voice.
Oh no.
Yeah. Don't trust the night. And then she slips you, and then she hands you a piece of paper, and like, kind of has tears in her eyes as she hands it to you. As the man is now suddenly, very quickly, you're across the store, but suddenly they're right behind her, and they kind of put their hand on her shoulder. She jumps and then kind of goes and leads away from them.
What's on the paper?
Now, do you look at the paper?
Like, I'm gonna do a quick glance, so it's not really gonna be like a photo, because I want to also pay attention to what's happening, but I also
you see a man dressed like a rabbit, drawn, smiling, and they look very familiar to the person that you saw in the dark woods. But as you kind of like do a double take to make sure, like kind of look back up at them, the man's gone and the rabbit mask is on the ground.
Are they still walking away? What's happening?
They're walking away. There is writing on the paper as well, but you can't decipher it at a moment's notice.
Okay.
But she's kind of being led away by this man.
I'm gonna make after them. Just be like, wait,
go,
hold on.
Go ahead and give me another perception check.
That's a 28 again.
You notice that Atlas is unconscious.
Wait, what the fuck?
There are people surrounding him. Ares is also over there trying to lift him up back into his chair. He's currently on the ground. You know he's on the ground because he's a big ass dude who you can still, even though there's people crowding him, you can kind of see his muscles bulging up from above the people's heads. But he's not there in his spot, and that's bad. You make after them, and then
after I see that, it's kind of a little bit almost more frantic, kind of like not frantic, but like determined, you know. Before it was kind of like a hey, come back here maybe, but now it's like get back here, you know.
You very quickly, there was unfortunately no time to react to this. Very quickly you feel a sharp pain hit your chest. As you look down, there is it's not really a knife, but it almost looks like a seam splitter
Oh shit.
hit into your gut. And they're currently trying to wrestle something out of your hand. You assume it's the note, the paper, and would you like to not give it up?
I'd like to give it my best shot.
That's absolutely fine.
If that's strength, I'm screwed.
Nah, it's good. You, like I said, you've already passed all the things before, so it's fine. You don't. This part is new. Again, you let me cook. You don't give it up immediately, and that's enough for them not to want to stick around because, again, they're in Garfield's domain, and they just did a no-no. So suddenly, they take off. They pick up the girl kind of by the scruff and like hold her, and then run, booking it. You see as suddenly the alarm goes off for a thief. Goes and like runs through. And yeah. What would you like to do? You're dying.
Oh. Am I still like up?
For the moment. You don't really have like blood or anything. Your hit points are 0. They've hit you for like I said last time, they hit you for 216 damage. They hit you for triple your amount. You're kind of only up because you're in Costco, and normally that would keep you safe, but something feels off about this time. And you kind of realize it might be because Garfield's not here. Not all the way here.
Oh.
They're not fully developed yet. They're so close. You think days away, but it's just not enough, unfortunately. As people start as Atlas calls out a warning as they get it back up and they hold on to their bar, they scream your name as many people rush towards you. The first to be there is Garfield, looking down at your, dying body. They can't really touch you because they're still ethereal. What would you like to do in your final moment?
I'm gonna try to get anyone around me to go after them. I'm gonna try to speak and be like, go.
Ares is going after them, but you try to speak and you realize that your throat has been cut. You can't speak.
Yeah.
You still have the note in your hand though.
I'm gonna give it to Garfield.
You, with the last bit of strength that you have, hold up this tiny piece of paper, and it's plucked away by Garfield as you go limp. Do you think that Quinn was a good person?
I'd honestly say neutral. I wouldn't say they're good, but they're also not the worst,
Yeah, well, I mean, you've lived a pretty nice life there the last year, I would say.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think that you're going to hell.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, it's really
not
crazy.
Not even a redemption arc can save them.
Not even a redemption arc can save them. It is crazy as you feel like you're falling through. And you look down and notice that you are plummeting straight into hell. Fire, brimstone, all the things. It's a little bit actually different than what you normally think it would be. There's a big city drawn out into a pentagram. Different levels of hell being strewn out through the cosmos, and you're like, oh man, I wonder what level I'm gonna go to, because this is clearly hell. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is upsetting, obviously. It's not always no one's happy to go here.
Oh, absolutely not.
what's more upsetting is that when you close your eyes to kind of hit, like, embrace the impact, it feels like you're being held.
What?
Yep, you're being held by something.
So I'm assuming, so you said I'm falling. I'm assuming that means I have, like, somewhat control, correct?
No, you were just kind of plummeting very fast towards the ground.
Ah.
But you close your eyes waiting for the impact to happen, and it never does. And you feel these tight arms around you. Do you open your eyes?
I do, yeah.
You see a kind of short man, actually. White skin, bit of like rosy cheeks, wearing a dapper uniform, all white as well, with red accents. And he's kind of just staring. He goes, "Whoa there. That could have been bad. You almost hit the ground there pretty hard."
Okay, now do I have control now?
Yeah, you have control now.
Amazing. I'm going to get the fuck up, or like get away from him, you know?
You kind of sprawl out.
Make some distance.
Yeah, you kind of sprawl out and kind of go through and just like and you notice you still can't talk.
Oh.
But you know ASL.
I do indeed have that skill.
You do indeed have that skill. Would you try to communicate ASL through it with him?
Yeah. I'm assuming I don't have any paper or anything, so I'm just gonna try to sign like, what the fuck?
For the time being, assume that they are communicating in ASL.
Amazing.
They're talking back at you. You're communicating ASL. They just know ASL. Okay.
Oh my god. Canon, Lucifer knows ASL.
Hey, you don't know who this is. You shush.
Wait, no, take it back.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is that, man? I don't know.
I mean, you're right, but like, also.
Roll it back, cut it!
Cut it out.
Get it out of the video!
Everyone panic. You go back, and you're like, sign back at them. What the fuck? And they go, "Oh yeah, welcome to hell." You probably.
I'm gonna give them the no shit Sherlock face, like that.
Yeah.
You know.
You were supposed to go to heaven. Now I did pull a little bit of a trick on that last bit there, cause I need you to do something for me. And don't worry, we're gonna make a deal, and I'm not gonna ask you for your soul. I'm not gonna have you do anything. But your guy, your amigo, Garfield, has been encroaching on my area way too much. And I need to send a message kind of to clearly back up. And so that's why you're here now. But there's another reason. And he kind of ushers you outside, one hand on your back. And another opening the door front, and you notice that you're on this large hill inside this big building. It's not it's not kind of like a castle, but it's almost like a castle. And you see he points over at the sky, and it's like, look right there for a moment. In 3, 2, 1. As he says 1, a explosion rips through the sky. It's coming from the area where heaven is, and it's shooting directly towards hell. It's this huge beam of light, and you can feel it in your chest, like this pulsating nature of just light and
pure energy as it's flying towards you. And then it quickly averts and shoots down as the person waves their hand quickly and presses it into the dirt. And it explodes somewhere down in a lower level. And it's like, he turns to you and says, "My name's Lucifer. Those are your friends. They just made it here. Because of one of them decided to escape heaven." They decided that they didn't want to spend eternity in the amazing afterlife. I can only imagine why.
What is happening?
Well, what's happening is we're going to make a deal. I'm going to send you back. I'm going to send them back. And you guys are going to... How should I say this? You guys aren't going to do anything. You're just going to stop. Okay? What has happened right now is you guys have created a power balance. Your friends have created a power balance in my world that could cause a lot of interruptions. Breaking reality, as it were. And I have a hunch on who that is, but I know that they're affiliated with you and they kind of poke you in the chest a little bit because I can feel their weird aura signature all over you.
And why should I suddenly help you?
Oh, because I'm going to send you back, like I said. And as a deal, once you bring them back here, I'll give them bodies as well. So all of you can go back. I'll even throw back. I'll throw back in your voice as well. I'll heal that little voice box of yours.
Nothing else? No trickery? No, nothing?
As long as nothing stupid happens. As long as I'm wrong, nothing else is gonna happen. And I can be wrong. It'll be fine. I just need to confirm some things. But you come here, I'll give you all bodies.
I'm trying to think how I can ask this, because I have a certain thing I want to ask for.
Okay.
Certain thing that a little friend taught me.
A little friend?
A little friend. Happens to be slightly Yankee. I'm going to sign back to him. I'd like a written contract. Then we can make a deal.
Fine. That seems fair.
All right.
They unfurl a little like scroll out of nothingness. It poofs up in a red bit of smoke, and a little bit of a feather floating in the air. He kind of presses his thumb across the bottom of it, and it signs his name. And there's a little duck on the end of it above the eye.
Of course. Before I sign, I'm gonna look through it. Make sure there's no, like, Garfield level trickery in here.
Give me a perception check.
Alright. You know what? Since this is important, I'll use D&D Beyond just for you. Ah, that's a... Oh, that's a 7. I thought it was a natural 1.
That's amazing. That would be amazing if it was a nat 1.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
Broke. It's a 7, so it's a 17. That would be so funny, though. Oh my god. Quinn's like talking up the... No, actually, not talking. Signing up the big sign. And like the moment they actually get their hands on the contract, they just like their brain leaves.
You look through and it says that they will give you back a body, they will give you your voice, and that you agree to bring the creatures that are your friends to this location.
And
You
nothing else.
do notice that it does say that they can only have their bodies once they've left hell.
I wonder what that means, but it doesn't seem like a horrible thing. Not at least at the moment. I'll sign it.
All right.
Quinn's signatures, just to quickly describe it as well,
Of course.
it's very practiced, you know? They've worked at this, especially since becoming a manager. Everyone expects managers to have, like, a nice signature, you know?
Absolutely.
It's a little bit loopy, but not too, you know? Actually, I take that back. It's more compressed. Quick, but practiced. Doesn't look bad.
Absolutely.
And no duck at the end.
No duck at the end. That's sad.
I know.
You sign it and it goes away. You feel your eyes become this bloodshot green color. What color were your eyes beforehand, actually?
It's a really good question. Everybody keeps changing my eye colors when they keep drawing me, and it's awesome they're drawing me when they keep changing it. I'm gonna go with what the new PNG tuber has. They kind of have heterochromia.
Okay.
One eye is like more of a pinkish color, and another eye is blue.
Well,
Like
you
light blue,
feel
you know?
this change happen coming over you. It goes red and then turns into a green-ish color, and then hits this weird equilibrium where it just turns yellow. Straight just yellow.
Oh.
As you feel this, you kind of look around for a mirror, and you notice that your body's a little different. Could you please describe what your character looks like?
Absolutely. So, they're kind of in their hell form. Quinn is more of like a cat, you know? Still plush-like. Can't even get rid of that in hell, but they're more cat than plush, you know? Like, if you aren't looking closely, you just imagine that this is a little cat center. They have this little mark on their forehead. That's also a cat. There's a lot of cat things in this design. And they kind of have grayish fur. Their outfit is they have a little bandana on, because hell yeah, we love bandanas.
Hell yeah.
And other than that, their outfit's mostly dark, built for stealth.
There you go. You're kind of taken aback by this, but I mean, you look good. Slay Queen.
Yeah.
Or King. Slay they them.
Slay!
You kind of look out and you realize that you don't really know where to start. So you turn around to ask a question and they're gone. In fact, the building that you're in is gone. You're sitting in the middle of this dusty field. Walking towards you is this large, just enormous looking werewolf. You kind of go to scurry, but it actually looks at you and is afraid of you for a second, and it kind of hides behind a rock, and you both notice that you're hiding from each other. And he says, "Now go away. I don't want any trouble."
What? Wait, no, I tried my character voice and I realized I can't talk. Maybe.
Do you try to do ASL at them?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what, you're in my space!
He's like, "I don't know what those hand signs mean. Are you friendly?"
I'm gonna, like, nod my head
You got a-
tentatively.
You got a gun?
Do I have my gun?
No, you don't have a gun.
I don't have a gun. I'm gonna shake my head no.
He kind of squints at you and says, all right then. I'm gonna come out. You, what's your name? And he kind of walks over to you. Do you walk over to him?
I'll keep a little bit of distance, but like, you know, solid COVID 6 feet, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll try to finger spell my name, but I'm assuming you wouldn't know it.
Oh, you can't talk on account of that big gash in your neck, can you? That's a shame. Well, my house is over here. Here, if you need help, I can help you. It's you're nowhere near any water or anything. Well, water. You're nowhere near anything to drink, so you might die out here. You might wanna get inside. You're gonna die of exposure, young one. As he, oh, go ahead.
Can I kind of do an? Would be? I keep forgetting it. The difference between. Can I do an insight check? Just kind of like trying to. I'm still very doubtful of his intentions.
Okay.
You know, I just kind of. This has been a wild day.
Yeah, it has been, and this is a
1 year
giant fucking
anniversary of my
monster.
friends dying, and I've somehow managed to die too.
And you are in a giant you are in front of a giant fucking lycanthrope creature.
Yeah.
That is
you know, and
now
I'd
picked
really
you
like
up.
to see. Oh.
He's picked you up. 'Cause
Oh.
you're short, and it will take a while for you to get where you're going.
Okay.
But yeah, make me an insight check.
It's gonna be hella awkward if he has bad intentions, and I'm just like, now I'm scooped.
Yep.
That's a 7.
Go ahead and roll an advantage.
Amazing. Because I've been scooped.
You have been scooped.
I got another 3. God damn it! That's still a 7.
It doesn't take much. This guy, just the way he's kind of holding you, he's holding you very carefully and gently. You can tell that this guy's wouldn't hurt anything. He barely knows his own strength. So when he picks you up, he kind of picks you up really quickly and hard, and then he kind of adjusts and like is very daintily holding you. Like he doesn't want to hurt you at all. So he seems like a sweetheart. As he takes you back to their area, it's like a little garage area. You notice that there's a bunch of mannequins in his garage with fake guns pointing at the entrance. As he leads you inside and gives you some, puts on a fire, gives you a nice cup of like juice. It tastes kind of bitter, but it's refreshing at least. And he hands you books to read and things like that, and you guys just kind of sit there and kind of go over things. He tries to figure out where you're from. He gives you a piece of paper. You kind of I imagine you don't explain where you're actually from. I imagine you just say that you just died.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going on. And so he offers to let you live with him for a little bit, as long as you help him with a little project that he has coming up. And he lets you know that it's like nothing serious, and that you won't be in any danger at all.
Okay. What can I assume with this project? Is it to do with?
He shows you this little crystal, and when you see it, it looks like a little teardrop, but you can tell that it's Goomy.
Okay. Yeah.
And so you see it, and you can definitely see Goomy's like just sadness in her mind when you see it. And so he says, "Now, I'm looking to get me more of this, but I think I need to get a couple more recruits, and I have some people in mind, but well, if I go out with this, I might become a target. So I need somebody to drive their way through and go and get them for me. And I'll have somebody else help you with it, but I imagine, They're not as nice, but they're fine to work with. They'll work for money. It'll be okay. As a large kind of muscular like robot creature comes in, you can tell it's another sinner. But yeah, he kind of points you at the driver's seat. It's like, oh well, you're gonna go and get them, but not right now. I'm gonna need to do some planning. I see in about a month we're gonna make this heist.
I'll just like, does he know sign? Can I figure that out?
The driver or the other guy?
The other guy, the wolf guy.
He does not. The wolf guy
Oh.
doesn't know sign. Nobody here knows sign. Those two at least don't know sign language.
Okay. I'm gonna make it my goal for the next month to teach him as much as I can.